Hello and welcome in our YouTube channel Metallurgical Facts. So in this video, I will discuss one question which is related to Hall pitch relation, and this question is basically from previous year GATE, and it was asked by one of the student on Instagram page. Actually, I have a lot of questions pending in for the solution. I will take one by one in our upcoming videos. So question is, a material with green size of ASTM number 6 has a lattice frictional stress. They have given the lattice frictional stress. We will see what is this lattice frictional stress, and locking parameter Hall pitch constant is also given, that is 0.10 mn meter the power uh, 3 by 2. Okay, so this is all the data given in this question, that is frictional stress and Hall pitch constant. And the question is, they are asking two questions they are asking by this question. So this is basically linked answer type question, and the question is, grain size of material is approximately. Okay, so first question is very easy. We will do this question. I already discussed many times in this question how we can find the grain size if ASTM number is given. And the second question is, yield strength of the material is approximately. So we need to find the yield strength by applying Hall pitch relation. Okay, so first of all we will do first question, and before this I will tell you something about this Hall pitch relation. Okay, so what is the formula for Hall pitch relation? That is sigma y is equals to sigma naught, that is sigma naught. This sigma naught is basically lattice frictional stress, and plus k by under root of d. Okay, so this d is grain size of that material, and this sigma naught is lattice frictional stress, and this sigma y is yield strength, which in this question they are asking yield strength of the material. Okay, so we need to find this sigma y. We know this sigma naught, we know this k value because they have also given the locking parameter, and this is locking parameter or Hall pitch constant. So we have this k value, but we don't have this d value. How we can find this d value? We can find d value from this question only. Okay, so if we will able to find this grain size, so we will put directly that d here, and we will find this sigma y also. So this question is, this second question is dependent on first question. That's why I will solve first question here. So ASTM number is given, that is ASTM number is 6. Okay, so I have told you the formula which I have given in previous videos, that is m by 100 whole square multiplied by n is equals to the power n minus 1, where this n is ASTM grain ASTM number and this m is magnification. In this case they did not give the magnification, that's why we will take 1x. Okay, so we will solve at 1x, and we need to find this n value. Okay, so how to find this n? So 1 by 100 whole square multiplied by n to the power n. This small n is 6, that is given. So from here we will able to find this n value. So n will be equals to the power 5, means 32 multiplied by 10 to the power 4, and this is in unit per inch square, per square inch. Okay, so this is in per square inch, and also I told you how to change this per square inch into per mm square. So 1 per inch square is equals to 645 per mm square. So how we can find this value? So 32 10 to the power 4 by 645, so that this value will be in per mm square. So this n will be equals to, so from here we can find easily, this n will be equals to 496.12 per mm square. Okay, so but we need to find this d value. How we can relate this d by n also? This also I told you in previous video. If you did not watch that video, go through the I button and watch that video. That video will be beneficial for finding the grain size, for finding the average grain diameter, for finding the area of one grain. Okay, so that video is very beneficial. So this n and diameter of grain size we can relate by one formula, that is d is equals to under root of n, 1 by under root of n. So from here d is equals to 1 by under root of n value is given, that is 496.12, and this is in per mm square. That's why this d value will be in mm. Okay, so 0.0449 mm, and from here 1 mm is equals to 1000 of the micron meter. Why we are changing in micron meter? Because our answer is in micron meter. Okay, so that's why we need to change this in micron meter. So this D will be equals to, this is the concept, 1 mm is equals to 1000 micron meter. So this D will be equals to 0.0449 multiplied by 10 to power 3, and that will be in micron meter. So it will be approximate 44.9 mu m, that will be equals to 45 micron meter as per the option. Okay, so for the first question, this A option is correct, 45. Here the 35 is not correct, 4.5 is also not correct, 3.5 is also not correct. So 45 is correct answer for this question for the first part. Okay, so now what we will do, we will do the second part of this question. And what is the second part? Second part is yield strength of the material is approximately. So we need to find sigma y from here, and we know this formula. This is basically Hall pitch relation. Okay, this formula is very important, and the unit of these formulas, these values are also very important. Like they may ask the unit of locking parameter. Okay, so you can see the unit of this locking parameter is complex here. Okay, so you need to remember these, or either you, if you can find the unit of this K, that will be good. Okay, so please try to remember these things in this question. So sigma y is equals to sigma naught plus K by under root of D. Now we know this D value, that is in micron meter, and this sigma naught is in megapascal, sorry, mn per meter square. Okay, so we can put this in mn because this locking parameter is also in mn. So this whole answer will come in megapascal itself. Okay, so sigma y is equals to, unit balancing is very important, that's why I'm focusing again and again on that unit part. Okay, so sigma naught value is 100 mn per meter square plus K value is 0.10 mn per m 0.5. Okay, and D value is 45 micron meter. So that's why we will take 45 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 6 for changing it into meters. Okay, so 100 plus this 0.10 by 45 into 10 power 6. When we will calculate this whole term, that will be equals to 14.92. Okay, and this sigma y is equals to 100 plus 14.92, that will be equals to approximate 114.92 megapascals, because the unit is megapascal, because this 100 is also in mn, and this 0.10 is also in mega newton. Okay, so that's why that this unit will be also in megapascals. This pascal is basically newton per meter square, so we can write like that, mn per meter square also. Okay, so don't worry about these units, please try to remember all these units. This formula is very important here in this question, and also this formula is very important. So this is the one, this is second formula, and this is the third formula which is important. This is Hall pitch relationship, this is also very important. Okay, so I hope you understood this question. So answer for this question is 115 megapascal approximate. Okay, because we are getting 114.92, so that will be equals to 115 megapascals in approximation. Okay, so 115 is correct. Thank you guys for your attention. Hope you have understood this question, and hope you have learned something new in this video. We'll come with more questions in our upcoming videos. Please try to put your problems on our Instagram page. We will solve those questions one by one. Thank you.